Next are some socks. I do not have time to make homemade granola bars anymore. Hi, I'm Jennifer and welcome back to my midlife student life. I'm currently a student in my third year studying at the CAO, Canadian Academy of Osteopathy. And today I am preparing and packing up, getting ready to travel south for another clinic week. So I thought I would do an episode called What's in My Bag. It's a popular YouTube thing. I thought, hey, why not? Let's try it. And today we're gonna go through what's in my bag, and this will help any of your clinic student. This also applies for if you're in lab. A few things are different when I'm in lab, but mostly the bag is very similar. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's talk about the bag. The bag itself is, I don't know if you call it a JanSport, and I've been really happy with this bag. It's had no issues. I've had it for over 3 years now. I'm not using it every day, so I can't give a review on that kind of use, but I'm thrilled because of the size of it. I'm able to fit everything in. It has all the compartments because I like to be organized, and that's probably my favorite thing. So find something that is durable, that you're gonna use for school, and that keeps you organized. I also keep this separate. This is only for school, for clinic, anytime I'm going down into lab, because I don't need to use any items in here for anything else. And that way I'm not forgetting things. A lot of things just stay in here. I can grab it and go and I'm ready. First thing you'll see on the outside that I love, my water bottle, which sits inside here. This was a gift. It's a Swell water bottle, and this keeps water very cool. I'm in the central campus, and in our facility we have a water dispensary, I guess you call it, at the school. So I can actually take this empty, it's lighter for carrying, and fill it up when I get to the school. And I try to drink that whole thing through the day. I tend to not drink enough when I'm at school, and I need to, because being treated and treating takes a lot out of you. So get a good sized water bottle, and it's easy and visible, and try and get one that looks different than everybody else's if you can. So I've got the water bottle storage area, love that. Let's start at the back actually. So little thin area at the back is where I put my laptop. And you'll need your laptop for certain sessions, like during lab, during classroom, because of quiz writing and stuff. I have my laptop with me all the time. I use it sometimes in the evenings, and I have to do personal emails and so on. So I'm using that. Probably the one thing I would suggest, if you're someone like me who's either self-employed or you have a lot of incoming emails and stuff, I have in the past on my really long weeks, if I'm anticipating a lot of communication from people, put your vacation notice on. Quick tip, put your vacation notice on, because you might not have the energy or the brain power to reply to people. And if you are away at school 3, 4, 5 days, depending on the week, you're not going to get to messages. So it's like, where did you go? You're not actually on vacation, you're at school, but that's just a suggestion. So there's the laptop. And that has its own styrofoam padded area. Next is the big section. Actually, there's 2 big sections, which I really like. This one has probably the majority of my textbooks. This is where all the brain stuff goes. Things that I usually have, I haven't even went through this, so just pulling it out. Right now I have a compendium. I had a classmate tell me about taking the cover page off of this textbook because it's kind of flimsy and rips really easily. I got this at the dollar store. This is a notebook, the hardcover, and the binding matches it perfectly. So I was able to do it. It protects the pages, and it makes it last longer. I don't always take this with me, but I generally have at least one resource book with me that I can, reference depending on whether I'm in lab or clinic. The next thing, I actually have a logbook. So log sheets, log paper for aux hours. I only take that down with me when I'm getting it signed. I don't carry it with me all the time, but it doesn't hurt to have some extra log sheets on, because you never know. If you're gonna collect some aux hours, I'm gonna write them down. The next thing I have, these are my 2 notebooks. These are like gold. I have my year 2, year 3 notebooks. I don't always carry the year 1, but these 2. So what I do when I'm in classroom and we're in lab, I make very scrawly, quick, shorthand type notes. Then I rewrite them at the end of that week. When I'm done all of the lab classes, I rewrite them in good, very easy to read and with pretty pictures. And basically I refer to these. This is like gold. These are my lecture notes. Next, this is what you actually need in clinic. So if I'm in lab, I don't take this, but in clinic, you need one of these. You need to have a writing surface where you can put your sheets like so, and an area where you can grab pens. You always need to have more than one pen. Both of my pens, I had 2 pens and both of them ran out last clinic. Fortunately, a friend lent me one until I got downstairs to get my refill. I added some little colorful things. The problem is that most of the class has this. I got this at Staples and a lot of people have this, so it has been misplaced a couple of times by accident. I would strongly suggest trying to identify your black folder. Inside, I usually carry at least a handful of extra copies of sheets that are required during clinic. I can always get more when I'm there. The other thing that I always leave in here is an emergency snack. I've only had to use it a couple of times, and because we have snack breaks and everything that are usually enough time. But on occasion, if I'm just not feeling so well, or I can tell my blood sugar's a bit low, I can just nibble on that while I'm not an operator or on the table, but discreetly have a couple bites, and that might be just enough to keep me going until the next break. Anyways, it's just in there because I hate missing things. I don't like leaving. I want to be there all the time. Then the next thing I have is another binder. Now this binder has all of my previous worksheets and my student report sheets. So this is from last clinic, and then I put them in here because I tend to have quite a bit of paper and it gets very cumbersome. So I try to keep everything from the current clinic mod in here, and previous ones are with me because we're to have them with us at all times. And down in this section, what else do I have in here? Randomly, I have an elastic, and I don't know why that's in there. And then I have the mouse. Usually the mouse and my power cord sit in this section along with the laptop in the back section by itself. That's the big section. Moving on to the slightly smaller front section. And again, I love that I always know where things are. Okay, so in this section, a couple of things. I have a lint roller. I carry one of these with me because I have dogs, and there is always some dog fur somewhere shows up, and I like my pants and my uniform to be completely clean if possible. So this is a really great go-to as needed. Lint roller. I also have in this section my shoes. So these are my dedicated indoor shoes. For clinic, you need to have shiny shoes. The parameters, you'll read about that at the school, so I'm not going to go into that, but there is uniform requirements. Anyways, these are amazing. I do advise getting slip-ons. I know some of my classmates went and got tie-up shoes. There is not enough time when you are on the table, off the table, on the table, off the table. Get slip-on shoes. Save yourself. Get slip-on shoes. And the other thing I take up with me is my glasses case, because I'm always taking my glasses off and I don't like them getting scratched. Sometimes I'll put them in my shoe, but even then I just don't trust it. So I like to throw them in there, and then this just sits here on the floor when I take them off really quick and hop on the table when I am being a body for somebody. Now we're on to the front section. So again, there's 1, 2, 3 different containers and pockets, which I love having different zones. This next section is the, it's a little bit of everything actually. What's in here? Oh, Kleenexes. Never know when you need a Kleenex. And, oh yeah, I have a little baggie that has some hair clips and bobby pins. I haven't needed them recently because I'm going with the shorter clinic do, but before this, when my hair was a bit longer, I needed it pulled up. So I always had extra ones of those. And this is also my medication section. This is my as needed grab all. This is not promoting anything, not suggesting products, but something like this is important if you feel like you might feel nauseous at some point. I was always afraid of throwing up or feeling nauseous after being overtreated, which happens. It's just part of the learning experience because people need to practice on you. We practice on each other, and overtreatment, you can feel kind of gross. And then I have some other, like just some Tylenol and meds all in a little thing here as needed, ibuprofens. I usually also carry with me some like crackers or something that's easy to eat because, which we'll also get in the next section, because then I can take that with my meds if I need to. Oh yeah, front section, food. So snack bag. Snack bag for me, just those good to go fruit leathers basically, and some granola bars. I stockpile, I get these at Costco, and I just buy a whole bunch of them, put them in. I am not a big fan of store-bought, pre-made, processed food. In fact, before school, I never bought stuff like this. I made it myself. But when you get into school, some things just have to give. I do not have time to make homemade granola bars anymore. I do still make homemade granola for breakfast, but you have to make some sacrifices. This is a godsend. Always have some extra snacks as needed. I've got my wallet in the front section. Have to show you this because my niece picked it out. Yay, llamas. And then always extra pens. You can never have too many pens. That's kind of random. I have just a card in here in case I have a note to write. This section also has my student card. You get a new one with a new color every year based on your year of study. And the last thing in this front section are some socks. So black socks to go with those black shoes. I always have extras in the summer especially. So my clinic semester is always in the summer. And as a result, it can get really hot and gross. And it's just really nice if you have a fresh pair of socks. Don't underestimate a fresh pair of socks. And last but not least, we've got in the front section, just some keys. So car keys. And I've got this cool keychain I just got. I was so excited to get that because it's purple and it's stretchy. So it's just easy. It matches my bag. Yay. Well, thanks for joining me today for this episode of What's in My Bag. I hope it helps you get ready for your clinic or lab days to come. Feel free to like and subscribe to this channel, and I would be happy to answer any questions you might have. Thanks for watching. Stay strong and dig on.